Hi there.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hi there.
Everybody's doing it now.
Blind as a bat and tall as a tree. Hey, it's Ava G.
Hello everyone, I'm Ava G and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I post videos every Monday, so make sure you subscribe. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my bullet journal for the month of August. And if you didn't know, a bullet journal is kind of like a calendar that you just draw for yourself. So I'm going to be showing you a time lapse of me kind of doing August, and my theme is Lilo and Stitch. I do a different Disney theme for every month, so make sure you stay tuned for some others. Yeah, I'm doing Lilo and Stitch. It's a time lapse. I'm going to be doing a voiceover, kind of talking through everything that I'm working on and stuff. So let me know in the comments like what weekly spread is your favorite or what page is your favorite from the bullet journal. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, just before I get into like coloring everything and outlining everything, I wanted to show you guys the beginning of my bullet journal because you haven't seen it yet. So for this bullet journal, it's going from August to December. Here's my mood tracker. I'm just doing all the months up here, and then I'll have a key filled in so I know what color means which mood. And it is obviously inside out themed. This page is just for any YouTube ideas that I have as I'm going through my days and stuff, and then I can write them down, and if I do that video, then I can check it off in a little box. This is I am thankful for page. One thing that I really like to do in my bullet journals is write something that I'm grateful for every day. So with these, I can kind of just do it month by month. See, I have all the months in there, so that'll work. This page is another YouTube thing. It's my YouTube updates. So for each month, I have the number of subscribers I start with and the number of subscribers I end with, and then I put my best video. This page I really like because it helps me remember things that I really want to buy or watch. So songs that I really like and I want to purchase like on the iTunes store or something, I'll write down here. And then movies that I've seen or I want to see, I'm going to write down here. This page is just for keeping track of birthdays. I have all the months up here, and then I can just write people's birthdays and the date down there. And then on this page, it is my money tracker. So you see there's only 4. That's because I split October and November. But basically, I write the amount of money I spent, where I spent it or what I spent it on, and what day I did. Then it goes into my monthly calendars. I'm just going to show you my monthly calendar from August, since that's the month I am doing today. So you'll see me outline this in a few minutes, but this is my August calendar. All of my calendars are at the beginning of my bullet journal just so I can find them real quick if I need to write a date down really fast. But August is obviously Lilo and Stitch theme. So let's get into the time lapse. Okay, for this first spread, it is the monthly calendar thing. The theme, of course, is Lilo and Stitch, as I've been saying. For this one, it's really fun. I really love the color choice of this one, which you haven't seen yet. This is kind of the most boring part of bullet journaling just because it gets repetitive. It's the outlining. But it goes by pretty quick, so yeah. You'll notice as this video goes on and on, it has like a lot of footage, and when the time lapse is not sped up, there is 2 hours of footage, so it's crazy how much is packed into this little 20-ish minute video. But I really did enjoy doing this. You guys will have to let me know if you like this kind of style of video, and I'll keep doing more of them, because next month, September, for this calendar, is Incredibles theme, so I'm excited. Here is the most fun part, the coloring! I really love the colors for this one. I chose super bright, like summery colors, even though August is the end of summer, but whatever. So I chose like a minty color, a bright yellow, and a bright pink. I really adore these colors, and they're light enough so that like I can write over them in my black pen when I go to make entries into the actual calendar. Yeah, this turned out really cool. I love it. In the background, you can actually see me watching Lilo and Stitch. I watched so many Lilo and Stitch movies while making this. I think I watched Leroy and Stitch, Lilo and Stitch 2, one with like Stitch having a glitch. All the sequels are like unnecessary. They were not good at all. But the first one is decent, so I did enjoy watching it. And they kind of just made noise going on in the background, so it was fine. And they kept me entertained somewhat. So, yeah, here it is. So here is the final product of that August month thing. I think it turned out really cool. Like I said, I love the colors. Let me know what you think in the comments. This this page that I'm outlining now is kind of just a title for the month of August. After this, I get started on like the weekly spreads where I put like little entries into it. Anyway, I decided to draw like a little tiki thing. I was very inspired by the tiki room in Walt Disney World. I also drew some like torches. Those give me a very tropical, like islandy theme. And then in the left corner, you'll see Pudge, the fish, who is eating a sandwich. It is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, not a tuna sandwich, which Lilo actually says she would be an abomination if she gave Pudge tuna. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. So I decided to include him in there. And plus, I was almost going to name my own fish Pudge. You can ask my brother, he was very mad that I didn't do that. But instead it was named Ponyo, in case you're curious. Now the fun part, the coloring. I really enjoyed coloring this page. You'll see me color in the tiki. I tried to use various shades of browns and like tan colors. And for the fish, for Pudge, I really had fun coloring him this very like bright and corally color, because I think that's the color he is. It's either bright orange or bright coral. Anyways, he's got like little blue spots on him, and the torches were fun to do. I really enjoyed all the like brown, I guess, in the center. And then you'll see me do this. I put like blue lines in the background just to kind of add a little bit more of a color. The blue in the background is actually the same as the blue on Pudge, so I kind of tie in some colors, the color wheel stuff, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing in this part. I really liked how this page turned out, super bright, it stands out very nicely. I don't know if it's my favorite, it's just kind of there. I enjoyed the weekly spreads much more than like the monthly title things. This one I kind of just try to get out of the way, but it is fun to color them in, very like relaxing. If you ever need something like mentally to relax you, coloring is amazing. Just draw and color things. It's amazing. I love doing it. Here's the final product of that monthly intro thing. Turned out very nicely. The nice thing about these markers is they don't bleed too bad. I got them off of Amazon. I got a lot of them for a pretty cheap price. And I like how this page turned out. Very colorful. Here I am outlining the first weekly spread of the month of August. You can see it's like an Elvis Stitch theme. I really love Elvis Stitch because I like the music in this movie a lot. My favorite Elvis song is probably You're the Devil in Disguise, and I think they use it in the movie, which I really love. In the bottom right, you'll see an H2O. That is like my water tracker, and you'll see there's like no numbers involved. That's because I'm kind of just going to fill it in. A full bar means that the bottle is empty, so kind of range around there. Very simple. Threw in some surfboards, just give it beachy feels. Time to color again. For this spread, I really wanted to do like a rainbow theme, kind of like a beach ball. So you'll see like the dates at the top, the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, blah, 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 blah. They all get a fun rainbow theme. And the bottom, I try to stay very colorful. You'll see that I used like a little gold pen for the Elvis Stitch. I thought that was really fun. The problem with me is when I use a gold pen, then I want to use the gold pen for everything, so I really had to resist that. But there is a part later in the month that I just go crazy with the gold pen just because I can't resist. I love it. It's like so cool how it turns out so metallic-y and everything. I'm obsessed with it. Anyway, yeah, this spread turned out really cool. I like the colors. They all complement each other very well. The turtle turned out super cute too. I'm glad I stuck him in there. Yeah, just a very colorful, the surfboards, sorry, are actually the ones from the movie, I think. I think the one on the left is the one that David uses, and the one on the right is the one that Nani and Lilo use, so I took those straight out of the movie, and I think they turned out pretty well. I'm very happy with this one. I don't think it's my favorite, but it's still good. I really like it. It's gonna be nice to use. It's very organized to me. And here is the final product of that spread. Let me know if this one is your favorite in the comments below. We still have more to do, so let's get into them. Woo! This spread is based off the mad scientist Jumba from the movie, who I really love the voice of Jumba for some reason. I don't know. But this scene kind of is Stitch breaking out of his little enchambment, I guess is what they would call it. But yeah, the colors, just wait for the colors on this one. They turn out awesome. Very mad scientist. Alright, time to get into the coloring again. Like I said earlier, I tried to get a very mad scientist theme with this, so the color theming that I kind of chose for this was a very bright lime green and a very bright purple. I think this scene is really cute. I liked how it turned out. The 626 jar or canister thing is cool with the broken glass on the ground. And Jumba, I think I said this already, but I really like the character Jumba. I think he's kind of funny throughout the movie. You'll see me go in with a gray pen, or a gray marker. I go in with a gray marker and kind of try and show the shadows and the depth in his clothing. You'll see I already have like lines drawn there, but I think the gray makes it look more like a shadow. So the reason I chose the colors for this is green, I automatically think of science, and purple, Jumba's purple, so I thought I would just take a brighter color of purple and I think it would kind of match. But you'll see me go into the background. I add some green stripes like I did on the intro to the month page. I think those kind of help fill in the empty space, the dead space on the page, and it also makes it look brighter and more attractive and just more neat altogether, I think, too. I also have another water tracker in the bottom right corner. I'm trying to make sure I put one of those on every week because I'm very bad about drinking enough water, but I think this page turned out really good, too. I still don't know which one is my favorite. I probably should have decided before now, but here is what the final product looks like. So this next spread, you'll see, well, with the one with Lilo on it, you'll notice that there are only 4 squares. That's because I am doing like a doorway, I think that's what it's called, method, with the way I cut the paper on the bullet journal. So you'll see on the 2 sides, on the very left there's that water tracker, and on the very right there's a calendar and there's a quote that says, "If I give Pudge tuna, I'd be an abomination." Basically, what I did was I cut the page shorter so that I can flip through. It's kind of hard to see from this angle, but you can kind of see that page curling up a little bit. That's because it is cut shorter, and if I flip that page, there's another spread with 3 more entry dates. I like this method because I can have the water tracker on the side, and it goes from the 14th to the 27th, so I actually have 2 weeks crammed into this little bit of paper. It's really hard to explain, but you'll kind of get it from this angle, or you'll get it from the final flip through. It'll be a lot easier to see then. But for this spread, I think you can see me doing the Lilo one, and then if I flip that page, you'll see me doing one with Nani and David at the restaurant, and the entry dates are actually little orders, and if I flip those up, then I can write on that, and that is recycled paper from the stuff that I cut off. So look at me, saving the trees. Whoop whoop. Yeah. So anyway, I really wanted to do one with Nani on it just because I like Nani as a character. I think she's a really good sister, and she sticks up for little Lilo, which is nice. Okay, here I am coloring in the spread with only Lilo. I'm going to do the one with David and Nani in another clip, but here I am drawing Lilo, or coloring her in. And the color scheme that I chose for her, since she's in her little luau outfit, I chose red and green, which kind of gives like watermelon vibes, but also Christmas vibes, and I do not want to think about Christmas in August. Don't get me wrong, I love Christmas, but I don't love winter. So anyway, back to the spread. you'll see me kind of struggle to get Lilo's skin tone right, and it is so hard to do skin tones with markers. I'm really disappointed on how this one turned out. This one is definitely not my favorite spread, just because I don't like the way her skin tone turned out, but it's okay. I kind of fix it later on in a different spread that she's in, and I get a better tone. It just doesn't look right at all, but it's okay for now, I think. You'll see in her little luau headband, I tried to color different leaves, different colors. You can't really tell then because the markers are still kind of like wet, I guess, on the paper. But now that I'm looking at it after it's dried, it looks much better. You can definitely tell the different shades and the greens. Oh, I totally forgot to talk about the things on the sides. So the thing on the left that I colored in pink, that's the water tracker. It's supposed to look like a surfboard. And the stuff on the right, it is just a little calendar, so I know what week I'm in. And then a quote by Lilo that I already said. And then I drew a sandwich, because she gives Pudge sandwiches. Yeah, we've been over this. Anyway, here is that spread. Now, I really like how this one... Or, well, no, I don't. I didn't like how this one turned out. Sorry. This one was not my favorite. I think this one is the worst out of all of them, just because it's kind of boring and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. Things like that happen. So here's the final look at that. You can see all the stuff on the sides and you can see all the stuff in the center. I do like the drawing. I have to say I drew her very well. I am super, super proud of that. Okay, this spread is definitely my favorite spread of the month. I really like the way I use the order things. Like I said, that's the leftovers from the paper that I cut off on the sides. But I think this one turned out super cool. The colors are neat, and I like all the characters in it. Like I said earlier, I love Nani as a character. She is great. I like the whole setting at the restaurant, and if you look at the little orders, you'll notice that they're all characters. Table 18, which is like the 18th day of August, is Myrtle, the like bully to Lilo, the little redhead bully girl. Table 19, which is the 19th day of August, if you get what I'm saying, like all the days are the numbers. Anyway, table 19 is Mrs. Hasegawa. I don't know if I said that right, but she is the lady that runs the grocery store place or whatever that Nani tries to get a job at. And table 20 is Cobra, who is the child social worker. Yeah, I tried to make his order super boring or super like strict. That's why you'll see his says like burger, no cheese, lettuce, pickle, or tomato. Yeah, that's kind of what I did. But I did like putting all the characters in there, and I liked using the colors in this one. It was very bright. I loved doing that part with David blowing the fire. This one turned out super cool. Now for probably one of the most iconic characters from Lilo and Stitch, that guy with the terrible sunburn that is always dropping his ice cream. So I thought I had to incorporate him in this, and I really actually like how his spread turned out. You'll notice that I did not put the footage in where I outlined it just because I didn't film that part. I thought you guys have already seen that process, you don't need to see it again. So here's the first look at that, and also the coloring. Anyway, my idea with this is that he is looking at this big ice cream that is on the left, those four stacks of ice cream, and then he's so shocked that he drops his own ice cream. So that was kind of the story behind it or whatever. With the coloring, I tried to get his terrible sunburn right. It's kind of like darker around his shoes, and then darker on his face and arms, but his chest is like pure pink. But I really like this guy. I thought he was always funny throughout the movie, even though we only like see him once, but who cares, it's fine. I also go in the back with an orange color and do some lines in the back again, kind of just to make the drawing more full, like I've said before. I do think this one turned out really cool, and I think it's kind of a comedic spread, so yeah, I like this one. Okay, so another one of my favorite characters is Agent Pleakley. So I thought he deserved his own page. Plus, he uses that little, it's called a viewfinder. He uses his viewfinder a lot to talk about mosquitoes, which is why he thinks Earth is so important. Anyway, I thought I would use the viewfinders as or like the little discs for them, as the actual spreads that I would write in. I like the colors of this page. It's very purpley, very bright, especially when the viewfinder discs are kind of boring. I didn't put any color into them or anything like that, but I do think this one turned out pretty cool, and I like the way Pleakley turned out too. Here's the last weekly spread for the month of August. It's pretty simple. In the bottom right corner, I have like a little flippity booklet type thing where I can go through the days of the 28th through the 31st. Yeah, the 31st. And then there's an extra spot for pictures on the end of that little booklet thing. That was the big thing with this spread, was to try to incorporate lots of space for pictures, because I'll take pictures on my phone, and then I print them off of my mini sprocket, which turns them kind of into a sticker where the back you can peel off and then you can paste it onto whatever you want. So I do that, and I leave space for pictures because I always take lots and lots of pictures. So, and I always find myself running out of space for them in my bullet journals, so I think it's important to put a lot of space for them. You'll see a little drawing of Lilo on the bottom. She's taking pictures too, so I thought it was fitting. There's a water log. It's a pretty simple spread. There's Scrump in the top left corner. Yeah, very basic and straightforward. I definitely don't think this one is my favorite, just because it's bland and everything. It was kind of just the last spread, so I didn't know what to do. And then with like all the picture space, there's a lot of like white blank space, so it kind of looks boring. But once it gets filled up with memories, then it will look much, much better than it does right now, and I'm just waiting for that to happen. Just trust the process. Yeah, I think it turned out cool though. I like the little orange border that I did. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. It's pretty basic. Oh, one thing I did want to mention is that on the little booklet thing that has the dates that I can write in, there's little like triangle corners. That's supposed to look like an old-timey journal. You know, like people would insert their pictures into those, and those flaps held them down. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Didn't really turn out looking like that, but that was the idea. So yeah, there it is. Okay, the last little thing that I incorporated into the month of August was a fitness log, and you'll see me kind of go crazy with the gold pen here like I talked about earlier. I started using it in the sand, and then I started outlining a lot of things in gold, but whatever. I really like this image of Lilo and Stitch running to the water with their little surfboard. I think that's so adorable. And on the left side, that is a piece of cardstock glued to the actual paper, just because on the other side of that page is where I put all my photos, and I want it to be stiff so that the photos don't get bent. On the right side of that spread is the actual fitness log. It's kind of just a big chart that shows the day that I did the fitness, what I did, how long I did it, and what was the difficulty, like moderate, extreme, all that kind of stuff. Just a very basic and clean spread so I don't get overwhelmed when I'm trying to keep track of things, but it's also keeping with the theme of everything. Like, I like how I put little seashells by the fitness log stuff. Yeah, it's just cute. I really like this one. Here is the final flip through of the month of August. Please, please, please let me know in the comments what your favorite spread is, or your top 3 spreads. I think my top 3, number 1 is the spread with Nani and David at the restaurant. Number 2 is the one with Pleakley and the viewfinders. And number 3 is Jumba and 626 breaking out. But overall, I really like this theme. It was very fun to experiment with the tropical stuff and then like the sciencey stuff. And yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it. If you guys really enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments and give it a like. I'll continue to do more. Like I said earlier on in this video, the next month theme is Incredibles, and I would love to show you guys the bullet journal spread for that. That one I already have sketched out, and it looks amazing. So make sure you like this video so I can do more of them. But yeah, let me know what your favorite spread is in the comments below. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what your favorite bullet journal spread was in the comments. I really had fun making that video. Make sure you also check out my TikTok and my Instagram, all my other socials. You can follow me there. I post on Instagram about every day, and then on TikTok I think it's about once a week. So yeah, make sure you follow me there, and I will see you guys next Monday. Bye!